With the subject. So before starting with the subject, let us understand the fundamentals like what is PMI, what is PMP, etc. You may be aware of that, but still let us take a background of that. So PMP is basically project management professional certification. So the certification examination is conducted by PMI. So PMI is Project Management Institute. So the history of PMI is that they started in 1969 and they are conducting a lot of certifications, examination like CAPM, that is Certified Associate Project Management, which is for the people who are just entering into the project management area. And then we are having a PMP, that is a Project Management Professional. Then we are having PGMP, that is Program Management. PFMP, Portfolio Management. RMP, Risk Management Professional. And then SP, Scheduling Professional. And then ACP, Agile Certified Practitioner. So these are the certification examination they do conduct. Okay. But as far as our interest is concerned, we are going to talk about PMP for all the sessions. So PMP is based on a textbook called PMBOK. So let me write a few things on the white sheet. So it is based on a textbook called PMBOK. So PMBOK is nothing but project management body of knowledge. So the current edition which is running is 6th edition. So every 3 years, 4 years, they are having the habit of changing the versions. So the 6th edition was out sometime in 2017 and the examination effectiveness started from 2018. So we are into 2020 now and we are expecting 7th edition to be rolled out by end of this year. Of course, the examination effectiveness may happen only during maybe July of next year. So you people are going to write the examination. If you are planning for PMP certification examination, I encourage all of you to take the examination in the 6th edition itself. So basically why I'm saying is that, so one is that, what is that the examination pattern and other things which will change, and also don't delay the examination, try to target maybe in next 2 months maximum. So probably you can go for examination maybe by September or something like that. Okay, so maximum. So don't delay the examination because the subject you may lose the touch and also you may lose the interest also. So from that perspective, I encourage all of you take the examination as early as possible. So coming to the other things, before appearing for the examination, you may be aware of the process, how to do that and what are the eligibility that may be required. So if you are having bachelor's degree, you should be having 4,500 hours of project management experience, which is equal to 36 months of project management experience. Okay. So if you are having a bachelor's degree, and the other prerequisite is that 35 contact hour of education you have to have. So once you are done with this training program, preparation info, they are going to provide the certificate. So if you are not having a bachelor's degree, then the prerequisite is 7,500 hours of project management experience, which is equal to 60 months of project management experience. And the other prerequisite, which is 35 contact hour of education, it is going to remain same. So there is no difference over there. So what is the meaning of project management experience here? Basically, there are 5 domains in the project management. One is the initiating, and then we are having planning. Then we can say executing. So initiating, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Okay. So combining all these 5 domains, combining all the projects, one should be having 36 months of project management experience. So before appearing for the examination, what we have to do is we have to complete some formalities, that is filling the application. So you have to register in the website called pmi.org. So you can do the registration. So registration is free. You can do it anytime. You can do it today itself. And after that, you have to fill the application after logging into the web page. So in the application, mainly you have to fill the personal details like your contact details, the name you want to have it on the certificate, the highest education, and also the PM education details, this 35 contact hour of education details, and the project experience. That is basically you have to mention the project name, the start date, end date, what is the budget of the project, what is the industry, what was your role, and how many months you have contributed for that particular project, and the brief description about what you have contributed for the project. So the description will allow you to enter 550 words basically, and you have to mention what you have contributed, like what is the objective of the project, and what is the role you have performed, and what you have contributed across the 5 domains, that is initiating, planning, executing. So the 5 domains what you have contributed. Say for example, in the initiating you can mention develop the project charter or identified the stakeholders. In the planning you can mention estimated the timeline, define the budget, define the communication plan, develop the project management plan, like this. And then executing, you can mention implemented the plan, motivated the team, provided the training programs, conducted the team building activities, like this. Monitoring and controlling, review and tracking of the progress of the project. Okay. Participated in change management. Similarly, closing, you can say final report generation, handing over the deliverables, sign off from the customer, like this. So you can enter as many projects as you want till you are meeting this 36 months of project management experience. So now they have made the application process very simple, just about 20 days back, or you can say 1 month back. Earlier it was a tedious, uh, the information you have to enter many of the things. Now it is not so. So just now they have changed some of the things about 15-20 days back. So after filling the application, you can submit the application to PMI. So PMI will take about 5 working days, and then they will get back to you saying that your application has been authorized. Now you can pay for the examination fee. Okay. So any questions so far?
I do have. I actually didn't understand that well the process of the registration. Sorry, I lost some time to sound.
Okay. So you want to know something? That is what you are saying?
Relating to the PMI registration, I mean, you mentioned that we should have like 4,500 hours, 36 months.
Okay.
I didn't understand exactly, but this was the part I lost the sound.
Okay. So basically, this is the prerequisite for the. These are all prerequisite for appearance for the examination. So one should be having. You should be having 4,500 hours of experience or the 36 months of project management experience if you are having a bachelor's degree. Okay, so that is 3 years of, so 36 months is 3 years of project management experience. So that is the meaning of that. So if you are not have bachelor's degree, non-bachelor, so if it is a bachelor degree, then this is
Sorry
the
to cut you.
prerequisite.
You mean bachelor in business in project management?
No.
Or
The
bachelor in
education,
subject?
education,
Oh,
education, education. Yeah.
got it now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Ayala. So I had to write controlling. I'm sorry. Thanks for that. Okay. Thanks for the correction. Okay. Any other question? So there is a point from Geniro. There is a already 7th edition. Yes, 7th edition is not yet out. Actually, the draft version was out and for the review and other things. So the actual 7th edition is yet to be released. Okay. So sometimes it will come, the final copy, it will come in the end of this year. Okay. That is the expectation. That fine? Okay. Any other questions from anyone? All right. So once you submit the application, after that, PMI will indicate saying that now you can pay for the examination fee. Now there are two parts to the examination. One coming the member for PMI. Okay. So member for PMI is $129 plus $10 you have to pay, which is the application process fee or the first time joining fee. And the examination fee will be $405. Okay. So total it comes to about $544. So for a non-member, the examination fee will be $555. So I personally advise to become the member for the PMI. So one of the advantages that you should be able to download the PMBOK license to you, and also they will be conducting a lot of webinars. So you should be able to attend those webinars at free of cost. And also you'll be able to see a lot of knowledge bank, a lot of practice books, etc. in the area of risk management, program management, etc. You should be download all the learnings and other things from that website. Okay, so there is an advantage of that. But the membership is valid for only 1 year. Membership is valid for only 1 year. And if you want to renew, once again, you have to pay $129. Okay, every year, if you want to renew, you have to pay $129. So that is the main thing as far as the commercials are concerned, the fees and other things are concerned. So once you pay all these things, PMI will send you an eligibility ID. Using that, you should be able to book the examination. Now the examination will be conducted typically in the Prometric Center or maybe in any of the authorized test centers in the cities. But because of the current condition, COVID condition, they have allowed the people to appear for the examination from home also, okay, or maybe from office also. So to book the slot, venue, etc. So the examination will be proctored examination. So your camera should be on and other things. If you are taking virtually, or else if you are going for a center, testing center, anyway, the proctors, invigilators will be there. So they are going to monitor you. So coming to the examination pattern, so we are having 200 questions. So total 200 questions you are having. So there are multiple choice questions. Out of 200 questions, only 175 questions are considered for the examination, and rest of the 25 questions are called pre-test questions. Okay. So what is the meaning of pre-test questions? They'll be throwing the new questions now and then, and they will see the trend, how the people are answering. If there is a consistency in answering these 25 questions, they will take these 25 questions for the future examination. And these 25 questions will not be disclosed to the candidates. So please answer all the 200 questions. There is no negative mark. Okay. There is no negative marking. And the duration of the examination is for 4 hours. Okay. So 4 hours are 240 minutes, and the number of questions are 200. So once you are done with the examination, you can click on the submit button or the end button, and the result will be announced then and there itself. So they will announce the result in the way as pass or fail. So there is no passing percentage, no passing percentage. So the result will be announced in terms of the grading. Okay. So grading will be above target, and then target, then we are having below target, and then needs improvement. Okay. So in this way, the result will be announced. So across the 5 domains. So ideally, you should be scoring above target in all the 5 domains. If you are scoring above target and the target, it is a safe zone. But I have seen some of the cases where a person has scored out of the 5 domains, 4 domains above target, one of the domains as below target, but still they have given as pass. So the result will be announced as pass or fail. So the actual certificate, it will reach to your destination. If you cleared the examination, maybe it will take about 15 days. It will, you'll get the hard copy from the PMI. And the eligibility of the certificate, in the sense the validity of the certificate is for 3 years. How to renew that, I am going to explain. Okay, validate of certificate is for only 3 years. Okay, how to renew that, I am going to explain. So any questions so far?
When is the next exam sitting?
What is the?
When is the next exam sitting? Is it standard time?
Yeah. See, examination will be conducted on every day except for the weekends and holidays. So you have to book the slot. Okay. So once your application has been authorized, once you pay the examination fee and other things, you can book the examination on your own will. Every day it will be conducted. Okay. So any questions? Any other questions? Okay, now let us talk about the other part of the story. Once you submit the application, there is a possibility that some of the applications may be selected for auditing. So if the application is selected for auditing, then what we have to do is we have to get the signature from the contact person who knows that you have contributed for the project. Say for example, if the application is selected for auditing, once you submit the application, PMI will send you a notification saying that your application has been selected for auditing. Please provide the following details. So what are those details? One is about your copy of the education certificate. Then they may ask you the 35 contact hour of education certificate. And the other part is about your PM experience. So whatever your field, you have to get the signature from the contact person. Contact person can be your supervisor, or you may be your peers, any of the stakeholders who knows that you have contributed for that particular project. And you have to send all those details to PMI through hard copies. And then after that, PMI will approve, and then you can pay for the examination fee. So the auditing of the application can happen once you submit the application or even after the payment of the examination fee. Okay. So, but the process is going to remain same. So any questions with respect to auditing? Okay. So the last point is about the renewal of the certificate. So how to renew the certificate? As I said, the validity of the certificate is only for 3 years. How to renew that? You have to accumulate 60 PDU. So what is the meaning of PDU? PDU is nothing but Professional Development Unit. Okay. So how you can accumulate these PDUs? Maybe by attending any of the other professional courses which are related to the project management, or anyway you are working for the organization, you are contributing for the project management. Through that you should be able to accumulate some PDU, not all the 60 PDU, maybe about 15 PDUs for example. And then you can attend the webinars which will be conducted by PMI or any of the other forums. You can participate in volunteer activities. Typically that will be done by the PMI. You can be a speaker, you can be a trainer. Through that you should be able to accumulate some PDU. So once you are done with this 60 PDU, then PMI will indicate saying that now you can renew the certificate. So to renew the accumulate the 60 PDU, then PMI will indicate saying that you have to pay $60 provided you are a member. If you are not a member, the renewal fee will be $150. Okay. So once you pay that, your certificate will be valid for next 3 years automatically. So you need not to pay. I mean, you need not to retake the examination. There is no retaking the examination. It is a one-time examination. Okay. But the validity of the certificate is only for 3 years. Every 3 years you have to renew that. Is that fine? Any questions? Anyone having any questions so far?
Is the revalidation, the 60 PDU will be accumulated after the 3 years or during the 3 years period?
During the 3 years. Say for example, once you clear the examination in let us say September 2020. So it is valid till September 2023. So within these 3 years, you have to accumulate 60 PDU. Okay.